So once you've planned out your job, it's time to open up Insight Explorer and get a good image. Now, this step is very important because without a good image, you won't get good results. A poor quality image gives poor information to the tools, which in turn give poor results. So when you do this with Shelly, we actually spend the majority of our time here. So you can see I've already got a good image. Otherwise, it'd be a very long and boring video. And it's good because you can see everything here. It's in focus, there's a lot of contrast. The Men Plus Care, or feature of interest, stands out. Other features stand out too, so if we want to add tools on later, we can do that. Everything stands out. It's also within the field of view that we defined earlier. So, here's my calipers, and I can't see both edges. So I know the field of view is good. So now I'm going to show you my setup. So I got the camera here, and I have my target box down here. The distance between the camera and the box is dictated by the lens in the camera. And Cognex has a very good lens designer on their website that you can use to determine the optimal distance and lens selection. You'll also notice that it's slanted, and this is because as I was testing out different lights, I determined that the integrated torchlight here was the best option. And so I decided to use that for this inspection. Now if I put it straight up and down, I would get a lot of glare. And you can actually see the glare here. This looks whiter than the box back there because of the glare from the overhead lights. So for the IS-2000 cameras, general rule of thumb is when you use the integrated torchlight, tilt it 10 to 15 degrees from vertical in order to prevent the glare. This is actually what the glare looks like. Oh, there's what the glare looks like. Big white spot, can't see anything. So here's my setup. So I got my exposure here. And this controls the amount of light the camera sensor acknowledges. You generally want to keep this as low as you can, because if it's too high and your target here is moving, you can have issues with motion blur. There's also a focus metric that you can use where you try and get this number as high as possible, and that helps you with getting it in focus. So that's the basic idea of how to get a good image. I hope you have found this video useful. If you have any other questions, check out our other videos or get in contact with us through our website. And be sure to follow us on LinkedIn to stay current with the latest products.